What would you do if a powerful king built a giant wall to trap his own people? Hundreds of years ago, the people of North Sea faced exactly that. But what happened next became one of the greatest escape stories in African history. This is the legend of King Agokoli. In the land of North Sea, a prophecy foretold of a child born with teeth, destined for greatness or ruin. And so, Agokoli was born, teeth already visible. As he grew, signs pointed to his future power and cruelty. Agokoli became king, ruling with an iron fist. He demanded impossible labor, crushing taxes, and punished harshly. He forced the people to build tall walls and perform heavy labor. As the wall grew higher, life inside North Sea became harder. The king punished anyone who disobeyed him. People whispered in fear. Families worried about their future. But no one dared challenge the king openly. The walls of North Sea were said to be made with clay, mixed with strange things, so they would never break. The people grew tired and afraid. Until one night, under the darkness of the night, the elders of the Yu people gathered secretly beneath a great tree. They spoke quietly, careful not to be heard. They knew something had to change. But how could anyone escape a city surrounded by a giant wall? Among them was a wise leader named Togbi, who believed the people must find a way to escape the cruel king. Togbi created a clever plan. Every night, when the guards were not watching closely, the villagers would pour water on a part of a wall until it becomes weak. Villagers began pouring water on one part of the clay wall. They did it again, and again, and again. Slowly, the clay began to soften. Tiny cracks appeared. The people waited patiently. Freedom was close. Night after night, the wall weakened. Finally, one night, the wall began to weaken. The villagers pushed together with all their strength. Crack! A piece of the mighty wall broke open. Quickly and quietly, families gathered their children and belongings. Mothers carried babies on their backs. The people slipped through the opening into the dark forest beyond the city. The great escape had begun. Under the moonlight, thousands of villagers moved silently through the forest. They crossed rivers. They climbed hills. They walked for days searching for a new land where they could live in peace. It was a long and difficult journey, but they were finally free. The next morning, something strange happened inside North Sea. The streets were silent. Homes were empty. The people were gone. The guards rushed to the broken wall and ran to the palace to report the news. King Agokoli was furious. But it was too late. The Yu people had already disappeared into the forest and lands far away. The Yu people traveled across West Africa, settling in many new places. Today, their descendants live in regions of Ghana, Togo, and Benin. And the story of their escape from North Sea is still told from generation to generation. It is a story of courage, wisdom, and the powerful desire for freedom. Even today, the legend of King Agokoli and the Great Escape reminds us that no wall is strong enough to stop people who are determined to be free. And so the story lives on. In the songs, traditions, and history of the Yu people.